Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and it's finally time to do my full ultimate office setup tour, which I do have two desks, more minimalistic productivity desk and a gaming and streaming desk. So we'll check both those out, talk about everything that I use on a day-to-day basis, and everything I'm using in this video is something that I'm going to recommend to you guys because of course I use it every day, and if I didn't like it, I wouldn't be using it. Also, just a heads up, my cable management is terrible, so please don't call me out on it. I'm really sorry about it. I'm working on it, but that's always just something that comes last for me, is dealing with all those cables. Anyways, let's get into this office setup tour. It's really great having a separate space to kind of create and work. It's just been helping with my productivity, and having dual desks just is a game changer for me. Also, I will link to everything down below, so if you're looking for a specific product, all the links will be in the description. To begin, let's take a look at the chair that I sit in every single day, and this is the Steelcase gesture chair, and I'm actually a big fan of it, mainly because of the ability to customize it to my liking. Throughout the day, I don't sit in the same position whether I'm editing video, gaming. I change my posture, I change the way I sit, and this chair is actually extremely ergonomic in the way that you can customize it to how you're sitting. For example, you can move the headrest back and forth, up and down. The armrests, you can move left, right, forward, back. You can turn the rests in and out, so you can make it wider, you can make it more narrow to your liking. All the controls are on the right side. They're very easy to turn and reach. You can go up and down with the chair. Also, one of my favorite things is you can customize how much give the backrest has. So if you want to lean back and relax more, you can just go ahead and lighten it, and you can lean back easily. Also, if you want to kind of force yourself to sit up straight, you can kind of tighten it so the backrest doesn't really give way very easily, kind of forcing me to sit upright. The back lumbar support's easily adjustable. Just slide it up and down right at the back point. And I find that this has just been very comfortable. I sit in it every day, so it is worth the investment at that higher price tag. And yes, I do have two desks, however, only need one office chair because I can just roll back and forth between the two desks, which is great for workflow. It just keeps things very smooth, easy to get back and forth. And yes, of course, Steelcase does have a great warranty on their chairs. Next, let's take a look at the desks themselves, and both of these are Flexi Spot desks, which are sit-stand frames. Now, this one is just the frame. I actually bought this topper at IKEA. It's just a countertop, pretty standard. Just screwed it onto the frame nice. I can kind of customize the top to my liking, but these desks are awesome. I've actually used a Flexi Spot desk for a long time now. The controls on the desk are very easy. You can just go up and down with the arrows, and it has a specific number that lets you know the height. You can customize presets. So for me, if I want to stand, I'll press 3. If I want to sit, I press 1. And I kind of have an in-between setting for number 2. You can customize it to your liking, and it's really just nice being able to stand up and sit down at will. So for example, if I press 3, it will just go ahead and start raising up, and both of these desks can do this if I'm maybe shooting some video, doing some editing. Just a really nice way to stay on your feet, and you don't have to be sitting the whole time. And as you can tell, the desk looks great in standing mode, which is nice, just a healthier option to not just sit in your chair all the time. I won't stand the entire day, obviously I'm going to sit down too, but it is nice I have the option while editing video, if I want to just go ahead and stand up. And of course, while shooting video, being able to customize the height of the desk is a huge plus. Also, the spot where I stand, Flexi Spot also has these standing pads that they sent over. And as you can see, it's just more cushion for your feet. For me, it's a lot more comfortable than standing on hardwood, so just makes it so I want to stand for longer periods of time now that I have that cushion, because of course I'm not going to be in my shoes in my house right now, so it's nice to just have a little more cushion for my feet. So let's go in depth on my production desk first. So you'll see just single monitor. I like to keep this one a little bit more minimalistic and a little bit more clean. I'll get to my gaming, streaming, setup in just a second. To begin, I have the Samsung CJ79 QLED ultra wide curved monitor, and I am completely team ultra wide. I love having it. It actually does essentially replace the need for two monitors. It's so wide. Also, specifically when editing video on this monitor, the timeline is just so stretched out that you can really see almost a big chunk of the project, so it just makes editing so much easier, and you can jump back and forth easier. This monitor also has a USB-C Thunderbolt connection, so I just connect it to my MacBook Air, and things are just seamlessly connected. And yes, I am using the new MacBook Air. I do have an unboxing video. I can link to that down below. Review coming soon, but look at the MacBook Air and it is sitting on top of something. So this is called the Line Dock, and this is a very handy addition to the MacBook Air and even my MacBook Pro. Of course, the MacBook Air has very minimal ports, just 2 USB-C ports, and then you'll see if I connect the Line Dock to my MacBook Air via USB-C, I am good to go. I have 2 USB-A slots, an SD card slot. Moving it over, on the other side even more, another USB-C slot, USB-A, DisplayPort, HDMI. So this just adds a lot of functionality to my MacBook Air when I'm using it at my desk. It's also fairly light and very portable, so I can just bring both of them if I need to, because this is also external storage. So here's all the info about my Line Dock. You'll see it adds 256 gigs of storage to my MacBook Air, which is perfect for me as a content creator. I have so many large 4K video files and things to store on it, so I'm just starting to fill that up. And on this desk, let's talk about the keyboard and mouse I use, and both of them are from Logitech, and I really do have to give a shout out to Logitech. I've used their products for years and really never had a bad experience with it. Just big shout out to them for making quality products. The keyboard is the Logitech Craft, which is a wireless keyboard. It's backlit. You do have an input dial they call the crown, which kind of actually gives you a lot of customization options with this keyboard. I'll talk about that in a second. But overall, this keyboard's just so minimalistic, so easy to use. It charges quickly, it lasts a long time. One really cool thing is that the backlight lights up as you reach toward the keyboard. It just senses that you're about to type on it, so that helps save battery life. Now with the knob on the keyboard, there's a lot of different customizations, whether you're scrolling through a timeline in Premiere Pro, whether you're changing tabs in Chrome, even just simple as changing volume. There's just a lot of customizations, and you can customize it based on what app you're in. So they do it with their software. You can add preset profiles or just customize what you want the knob to do based on the app you're in. The mouse I'm using is the Logitech MX Master 2S wireless mouse, and this mouse is one of the more comfortable ones I've ever used. You can use it on any surface, so I don't even have a mouse pad. I just have it on my desktop, and it works great, very precise. The scroll wheel is great. It has auto shift scrolling, whether you want to scroll really fast or just at your own pace. The battery's rechargeable. You get up to 70 days on a single charge, and you can even charge it for maybe 10 minutes and you'll easily get a full day's battery out of it. There's even a custom scroll wheel on the side, which is great when I'm editing video. I can scroll left and right with it as opposed to up and down. And they do have customizable buttons. Also, when switching windows, there's kind of a hidden button where your thumb rests so that you can press in, and what I do is it's just kind of the magic button where you can use gestures. So if I go left and right, I will switch windows on my Mac. This mouse and keyboard combo really does a good job at improving my productivity with just all the customizable features and setting everything up. It's really great for video editing and even just using my laptop in general. And real quick, I have been using this portable SSD. This is the brand new Samsung X5 SSD with Thunderbolt 3 USB-C connection, and I cannot get over how fast files transfer with this one. With the Thunderbolt 3 connection to my MacBook Air, I transferred, this is just a ballpark guess, but I think like 60 gigs of files in under a minute. It was insane how quick this is. And of course, it's extremely portable, just fits in your hand, fits in my backpack, which is awesome if I'm looking to back things up or just transfer files between computers. All right, it's time to move on to the gaming and streaming setup. And yes, I've actually started streaming on Twitch. If you're interested in checking them out, I will link to my Twitch below. Be sure to just click that follow button and tick that bell so you're notified when I go live. We have a lot of fun on those streams. Anyways, with that aside, let's talk about everything I'm using while gaming and streaming. So here's the desktop I'm using. I do have a custom build video. I will link to that down below. Currently using the GTX 1070 graphics card and a lot more. Just click the link if you want to check out all the specs. Now this is the Netgear Orbi router that I have set up with the Philips Hue right behind it. It's kind of out of sight for me. I don't really look at it, so I know it looks bad on video, but I really don't see it when I'm sitting at my desk. Also, this is the Razer Kraken headset, which I really do like. It's very comfortable. I can wear it for long periods of time. Also, highly, highly recommended one of these under desk hooks for your headset just to kind of get it out of the way. It's just very easy to hang it right there. I will link to the one I use down below. So enough of under the desk. Let's take a look at what's actually on top of the desk and everything that I use just about every single day. As you can tell, I do have a dual monitor set up right now. One is a curved monitor, the other is a 4K monitor. I'm currently using the Razer Huntsman Elite keyboard with their optomechanical switches, and I really do like it. Just overall, the looks in general, one of the best looking keyboards I've ever used, especially with that armrest bar. First of all, great that they have that armrest bar. It's just so comfortable with the padding that they have on top, but also that you can connect it to the keyboard and it has lights surrounding it. The lights surrounding the keyboard and the armrest are just so cool. And of course, you can completely customize all the lighting, whether it's each individual key or a specific color that you're looking for. There's also the multifunctional dial in the upper right-hand corner. You can program it to your liking with those media keys next to it. And moving over to the mouse, and I've been using this mouse for a while, and I have never once had to plug it in. I have never once had an issue with it disconnecting. Yes, it is a wireless mouse, and not a lot of gamers like to game with a wireless mouse, but I do not notice a difference with this one. Also, I never have to plug it in. It always stays charged. This is the Logitech G903 mouse with their wireless charging pad. So this big mouse pad actually acts as a wireless charger for the mouse too. Of course, you can customize the coloring of the pad and the mouse. You can sync it up so they're the same color or make them different colors if you'd like to. And overall, this mouse has been great for gaming, and just this keyboard mouse combo is one of my favorites I've ever used. So while streaming on Twitch, I do use a Stream Deck, and the buttons are very satisfying to press. I would say overall, it's not necessary when streaming. I would just say it's kind of a nice addition. You can kind of create custom things, but it does take work. I still need to put in some work and set up a bunch of different things to make it so it's fluid and functional. Also, a wireless charging pad. This is actually the Razer wireless charging pad, and the phone on top is actually one that I'm working on a video for, so stay tuned for that. But it is nice. You can lay it flat. It does have those colors down at the bottom, or you can actually set it up so you can see your phone while it wirelessly charges. Now, I also have a light behind my monitors, which helps light up my face when I'm streaming. This is the Aukey desk light, which you can actually change the color temperature of and the brightness with the knob. Just very simple, easy to use, and I've actually really enjoyed having this. It doesn't distract me while I'm streaming, and I can always just turn it if I'd like to get it over my desk. And we are back to Logitech. This is the Logitech C920 1080p webcam. I'm a fan of it. Quality is good, whether I'm doing a video chat for work or if I'm actually streaming on Twitch. It does a job for both. And let's move on to my dual monitor setup. And both of these are BenQ monitors. One is a curved monitor, the other one is a 4K monitor. Now the curved monitor is a 1440p monitor, and this is the one that I game on. And the biggest reason I do that is the refresh rate. It has a 144 hertz refresh rate, and this is, other than buying a new graphics card, upping your FPS, the biggest change you can make in your gaming experience. I highly recommend buying a monitor with 144 hertz and higher. It's just such a noticeable difference. I can just easily tell with my eyeball whether it's a specific refresh rate. And of course, having the curved monitor is nice. I actually do like that when gaming. And then moving over to the other monitor, this is a 4K monitor, which is of course great for consuming media, whether I'm watching movies. I will edit on my desktop occasionally, and of course I throw everything over on my 4K monitor because I do shoot video in 4K, but of course watching YouTube, any other videos in 4K, this is my go-to monitor. I'm a big fan of BenQ's overall style that they use on their monitors. Also, they do have Brightness Intelligence Plus on their monitors, which actually makes it so it can kind of change the coloring based on the lighting in the specific room you have. So just some nice additions to the monitor. And of course, can't forget on the wall, these are the Nanoleaf Aurora lights. I've had these for a long time now. I'm a big fan. I always get comments from people in videos and such. And when I have people over, they love the lights. It's a nice addition. They do have a new model out, which I actually would like to check out, so I might get a video going on that, so stay tuned for that. And of course, on the wall, can never forget when you reach that 100,000 subscriber mark. I will always appreciate this, and you guys as well. So thank you for being here and watching this video. Also, just pick some of these foam squares up off of Amazon. I will link to it below. I don't remember the name of the company. It just adds to, I guess, the style of the wall, but also helps with sound reduction and echo. Also, real quick, this is just a fake plant that I bought on Amazon. Anyways, that is everything I wanted to talk about in my ultimate office setup tour. It's still a work in progress, don't get me wrong. I still will add things. If you have any recommendations or suggestions, just drop a comment, let me know, and I will keep you guys updated within videos of my office tour as things grow, as things change. And that's really about it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching.